There we go. Chris,
hi again. Yeah, as usual, I've got two questions. You might not have time for both of them, but I'll give you the choice. I mean, the first thing, did you buy into this idea of United being still very much the plucky underdogs this year, which seems to be an idea floating around? And the other question I was going to ask, if you got time, was Thiago might actually make his Anfield debut, which seems amazing, really. And there's this kind of idea I think you mentioned like a new signing in January not so long ago. Is that how we should see it and the impact he might have?
I'm 5.5 years, I think, roundabout in England. Not really, no, 5 years and a few months. So, and United was never an underdog. They cannot be. It's just like it is. And so, in a mo, they had always good teams, always great players, really good coaches, managers, all that stuff was always there. And now they are top of the table. So that's how it is. So I don't know how then they cannot be underdogs. But we play at home and we don't see ourselves as an outsider or whatever, just because they are now ahead of us. But it's an open game. It was always an open game. Very often when we played United with different managers, so we had to be dominant in the games, especially because he was there. So like that's how it is. Now with Ole, we will see exactly. Usually they change system against us and played now I think 10 times or so with 4 in the back against us, PSG, Leipzig, and so on. They still played with 5 in the back. Maybe they will change that. So it's all the things we have to think about, not who is the favorite and who is the outsider and who's the challenger and who is the top draw. So that's not important. It's United, it's Liverpool against United, and that itself is a massive game. Wherever I would be in the world and there's a television, I will watch it. Definitely. This is the game. So what was the second question?
Thiago and Anfield debut, new signing.
Yeah, we will see. Yeah, we will see. So now the most important thing is fit, train, bam, all good. And now, what was it? 90 and 45 minutes in the last 2 games. So yeah, we'll see. We will see if he can play, which position he will play, because there are obviously different options and all that stuff. But it's really good to have him around now. He's because he's a really good guy and obviously an exceptional football player. So yeah, it's like a new signing. Obviously, I know it was to just put the pressure a little bit off the situation. And I said that we should sign Thiago in the winter. So, but we did now, and now he's here, and let's hope that it will stay like this for a long time.
Okay, thanks, Chris. Paul, Joyce, and then Dave Malik.
Hello, Jurgen. I was just wondering what sense you get off the players this week. Obviously, results haven't been what you've wanted for the past few games. So what feeling do the players give you around the training ground this week and in training?
Very good. Impressed. So we lost against Southampton a week or so ago, which was absolutely not what we wanted. But the next day we spoke, the next day we had a meeting, and the boys had their say as well. So all this kind of stuff. So we are in the place we want to be. We know what we have to do. We know what went wrong. We know what we want to change, and now we have to put it on the pitch. That's the situation. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to this game, to be honest. It's I know Ole said it's the best moment to play against Liverpool. Yeah, let's see. That's it.
Thanks, Paul. Anything else? We've got to Dave to finish this section, I think. Dave Maddock to finish the first breakout section before we go to the Sundays. Dave.
Hi, Jurgen. You said last week actually that clearly the defensive issues that you've suffered for most of the season have impacted not just on the defence but throughout the team, and that has been reflected in the results. You've actually won only 5 of the last 12 since sort of mid-November. So it's kind of, it has been ongoing. And I just wonder, I mean, obviously you can't keep on with that level of results to be in the title race. So do you think that this game is almost, the time for, because obviously you are a great side, a great team, because you've won so much recently. Is it time for them to actually show that you have to put what are obvious problems and excuses, the real excuses behind you, and show as a team that in this game that this is where they have to now stand up and be the champions that they are?
If it would be that easy, I just would say exactly what you said now, and come on, show now who you are, really. These boys didn't go for an excuse in 1 second since I'm here, but for 1 second. So that doesn't mean things cannot go wrong. That didn't go, obviously, outstandingly well since mid-November, which is really, wow. Thank God I don't, when I say about the good things, and I don't think in the past, and I don't think too much about the bad things in the past as well, so who cares? We have still 33 points or so, or something like that. And yes, we are not exactly where we want to be, but we learned a lot in this season. We learned a lot. We're dealing with circumstances, dealing with situations and all these kind of things. And it was not 1 second because of the attitude of the boys that it didn't work out. So that's good. But of course, a problem as well, because they always want, but it doesn't work out all the time. What we had to accept that after a long time, where things were just clicking in specific games, yeah, you have to that it didn't click for a few games. That's the truth. So in front of the goal, when we didn't score a lot of goals in the draws or whatever, at Southampton, the long period without scoring a lot of goals, and still we score the most goals in the league, which is absolutely crazy. So it's not that it disappeared. It's that somewhere. It's just exactly how it should be in life as well. Why should one team click all the time and the other team not? So that's exactly how it is. You just have to work on the basics. You have to step a little bit back, also step a little bit aside, go back to the basics and get strong as you can be again. And that's what we did, and that's what we do. And I think that can work.
Magic. So final embargo section, guys, just to do that, just to make it clear.